Hi, thank you for watching. Andy Simmons here. I am your host. Welcome to the channel. And today we're going to talk about remodeling projects. If you like these videos, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button so more people can benefit from these videos. So the first thing that we want to discuss is number one, to plan ahead. It is very, very important that you have a roadmap of what you are trying to accomplish. How do you plan ahead? Visit different showrooms, visit different stores, get ideas, look at colors, look at, cabinets, whatever it is that the project is. For example, I just did my bathroom, and I'm gonna use this as an example through the whole video because this is gonna give you real life examples of a remodeling project. So when planning ahead, I decided to go to different stores to get samples and look at different things for flooring, for cabinets, for mirrors, for the tile that's gonna go behind the shower and behind the tub, etc. I did also some shopping online to get ideas. So planning ahead involves pretty much picking out everything and putting your vision on paper. Number two, set a budget. Now, when I say that, I also mean being flexible, because even though you are going to set a budget, say $20,000 for your full bathroom renovation, you might end up 10% over, 15% over, or maybe a little bit more. Obviously, we all like to be under our budget, but that is not always the case. So be very flexible when you set your budget. Also take into consideration that prices do increase over time. And when you buy things, let's say you buy everything right now for your bathroom renovation or kitchen renovation, you are going to have an idea of what your budget is going to be. But when you buy things at different times through the process of the renovation, the cost might increase just because, prices tend to go up. Number three thing that you want to think about is a time frame. So obviously, we all like to get things done as fast as possible, but in reality, you do have to count on other people to do certain part of the jobs. For example, I had plumbers involved, I had an electrician involved, I had the tile guys involved. All of those different people, even though they were hired by the same contractor, they are contractors that were, dealing with different contractors, so they all had to coordinate when one is available, when one is, running late, when one is busy. So the job that I thought was going to take 3 weeks ended up taking 8 weeks. So needless to say, not the happiest camper time-wise, although I did really enjoy the process, and I did it at a time when it wasn't too inconvenient. For example, summertime. Think about when is the least disruptive time in your life that you can start a project that is going to take a long time, because sometimes you just cannot control of other people's time and what is going to happen. The next thing that you want to think about is the long-term durability of this project. For example, in my case, I was redoing my bathroom. So when it comes to maintenance, I wanted to use products that did not cause an issue in the future. Even though, for example, the tile came with certain type of mixture, mortar, or the things that, you put in the tile to glue it together, the contractor recommended that I get waterproof in some areas where there's additional moisture. For example, in the actual shower or behind the tub. So those are things that you want to think about long term. What are the materials that are going to cause the least amount of maintenance, or that are going to be more durable in the long run? The next point is about finding good help. This part is extremely important. Finding good help will make you or break you, and will make your project either more enjoyable or more stressful. So My suggestion is start with asking neighbors for referrals, asking friends, asking families, because if they had a good experience with a contractor before, the chances are higher that you're going to have a good experience with that contractor as well. It's not always the case, but your chances do go higher versus you calling somebody, off of the internet, which is nothing wrong with that. When you do not know anyone and you're not getting a referral when it comes to help, you can obviously go online, and my suggestion would be reviews, interview past clients, ask them for, letters of reference or recommendation, so you can call those past clients and really ask them the questions so you can have good expectations about the help that you're finding. The next point here is make sure you get a detailed contract. One of the things that is very frustrating is when you have this idea of what you want, and you are thinking, this is how it's all going to go down, and your expectations are different than what your contract or your contractor is saying that they're going to provide. If you have it all written down on a contract, it's less issues, less mistakes that will happen, less he says, she say, I didn't tell you I was going to do this, or you did tell me that you were going to do this and you didn't do it, and all of that stuff that you want to avoid. Pack your valuables and pack anything that is important to you that you don't want to be damaged. Because during project renovations, whether it's your bathroom or your entire house flooring or your kitchen or whatever it is that you're renovating, other things will also get damaged in the process. So if you don't want your floors to be damaged when you're doing one part of your house, but everybody has to, track through this, make sure you lay out paper or carpets or, anything that protects the floor, so you don't get that damage in the process of fixing something else. It is very important to think ahead. And I know we can't think of everything, but when it comes to planning ahead, try to think about the logistics, how everything is going to work out. So you're having a better experience later on, and you don't have other things damaged while you're trying to fix some things. The next thing that that's very important on my list is communication. Make sure that you communicate with your contractors effectively and clearly. Not everybody has the same way of communication as you do, and sometimes what you think in your head does not convey because we don't speak, telepathy, or is that a word? We don't speak, through our minds. We have to say what we want and say what we expect, and also say what we don't like. I have a tendency to be very polite and not wanting to hurt other people's feelings, but when you're paying somebody to do a job, you cannot think that you're going to hurt their feelings by telling them when something is not right. In my case, I had, my bathroom had this very, very little tiles, and it was very tedious, getting it all up for the contractor, not for me, but some of them were coming out and they were like just bumpy, and I didn't like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not a picky person, but that does not look right. And guess what? They took one by one and made it all smooth, and then I was happier with the process or the end result versus just not saying anything and, not being happy. You don't want to be in that position. Other things that happen, for example, is that when they lay the floor tile, the glue that they use, or not the glue, but the thing that they use to put the tile together, created this film on the top of it where when they walk, you could see all their boots and their prints. Well, guess what? That wasn't coming away with cleaning. My cleaners were just trying to get it out, and it needed a special chemical. So I called the contractor back, and they came back out with a special chemical and cleaned all of that tile to get rid of those boot prints. So speak up for yourself, because you want to be happy with this result, because you're the one that's going to live in your home, not anybody else. So that brings me to the last and final point. Keep resale in mind. When you are picking out what you want in your home, it is for your usage and for your enjoyment. It is extremely important, if not the most important part, is that you love it, right? But if you're planning on reselling this home in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, however long you're going to be there, think about what is trending and think about what is going to help you with the resale. For example, not everybody might want a completely black bathroom or completely pink bathroom, or, I'm just exaggerating here, but giving you an exaggerated example of what might not go well with resale value. So think about quality, think about, what most people like and what you're seeing out there that is trending. So it could be durable for, future resale, and most people are still gonna want that in 5 years from now or 10 years from now. Even though things come back in full circle, even though things that, were in style 20 years ago might be coming back, when you think long term, you might still be outdated in 20 years from now of what you did today. And most people want an updated house, but just do your best to pick out the best possible scenario for resale value as well. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button so other people can watch this video and benefit from it as well. Have a great day. Until next time.